Greetings, fellow test subjects. Test subject 1337 here for Aperture Gaming. They make it, we test it, you play it. And welcome to Aperture Reviews. On today's episode, we are reviewing the game Rise of the Ronin. Yeah, now, if you told me that this was the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima, I would have believed it, but it is not. I think it's like a bit of a placeholder. And the fact that the FX network is airing the series Shogun, it seems like we've been preparing ourselves for this game. So, what's this game about? Well, this is an interesting review, so hold on to your hats, because here we go. Series. Like I said, the game is Rise of the Ronin, but it is not affiliated with Ghost of Tsushima. It's not a sequel, prequel, or in-between-quel. It's its own standalone series. Game. Team. Now, while Ghost of Tsushima and Rise of the Ronin were both published by Sony Interactive Entertainment, this game was developed by Team Ninja. Now, Team Ninja is a division of Koei Tecmo, who made some other games I will talk about later, but that's who made it, and who developed it, and who published it. Plot. This game takes place in the mid-19th century, so around roughly it starts around 1830-something, but the main event is in the year 1863. So at the start of the game, warring factions in Japan, a group attacks a village, and 2 children are saved. You have to, these children become part of the Veiled Twin Blades, a group of Ronin who fight to keep the country safe. They're like those who fight the unsung war, those who do the dirty work behind the scenes. After you lose your partner, you become the lone Ronin, and you travel around the country, fighting bandits, other nefarious forces, and making powerful friends, allies, and alliances with groups, while trying to solve some mysterious goings-on between Japan and the negotiations with North America in the mid-19th century. Gameplay controls. The game is very RPG heavy. As you play the game, if you fight villains, you go on fetch quests, you collect items and find treasure chests and whatnot. And when you gain experience points, you can put them in, as you level up your character, you can put experience points so you can either do aerial combat, be sneaky, be able to barter for better deals. That's the stuff you unlock. And then while you're going around, you can find pieces of armor, or pieces of or new weapons. And while they get stronger in numbers, sometimes you'll have like, okay, this blade is a 15, which is the strongest, but this level 12 blade, it's strong, only on 12, but it also gives me an HP bonus. So you have pieces of equipment that you figure out which ones to sell and work with, buy, sell, and work with, and you level up your use of those weapons. Aside from melee weapons, you also get long-range weapons, from bows and arrows to guns to shuriken. Also, you get pieces of armor that do the same thing, defend and different status effects. Travel around, you can do stealth, you can do full-blown combat, and traveling also includes a horse and a glider. You also get a grappling hook that you can use in very select areas. Graphics. One thing about this game, I just want to say, I had to since I knew I was using video footage, I had to turn off like the heavy blood and gore for this, so yeah. Yeah, there is violence that is very visualized in this, but other graphics include seeing the different outfits for the period, the locations. The landscape and nature looks very beautiful. It's great to see the buildings in the style of the mid-19th century, and it's very interesting seeing an influence from the West, seeing buildings from North America in a district of Japan. So yeah, everything looks very beautifully done. The weapons, the costumes, everything just looks marvelous. Another thing is how I think on YouTube, I think I saw a video on YouTube that said these games are 4 years apart. So yeah, I think there's a graphics comparison between Ghost of Tsushima and Rise of the Ronin. So look that up when you get a chance. Also, another thing is with graphics, how you create your character. You select, there's one male and one female at the start. You pick which one you play as, kind of like one of the pick an Assassin's Creed game. And you create what they look like, their face, their hair. You even pick what they sound like when they have some very small audio clips.
Audio.
Like I said, for the audio, they don't speak all the time. There's like a few cutscenes or a few moments where they talk amongst each other. But aside from it, you mostly speak through text selection in game. The audio work is really good. Like, you have great voice actors. The music is really good between calm and combat. And it's really interesting hearing like swords clashing and bows and arrows, and then you have the occasional firearm that's mixed in there. So very good job on the audio team for all the work they put into this.
Multiplayer.
Yes, the game does feature multiplayer.
DLC.
Yes, there is DLC for this game. When I pre-ordered it, it came with a little flyer on the inside. Use this access code to unlock the following content. It gave me 4 different combat styles. No, 3 different combat styles for weapons. A very specific katana. A specific combat style for another weapon. And a ninja armor set. But aside from that, there was no other DLC. However, I'm pretty sure the special edition or something will come out digitally online for that, and I'm sure there will be other DLC, including, I don't know, more weapons, more armor, stories, locations, events, blah blah blah. Yeah, the odds of this game having DLC seem pretty well and high.
Issues.
Gameplay-wise, there's nothing technically wrong with the game. I defeated one guy and his sword was left hanging in the air after I defeated him, and another person I defeated ragdolled so hard into the ground they actually went through the ground. But gameplay-wise, that might be a problem for some people. If they haven't played a Team Ninja game before, or if they've had with a less than positive experience, then they know that the game, Team Ninja is known for difficult games. So it could be like Bloodborne, or Demon Souls, or some other really difficult game. Kind of like Capcom Plus. So for some people, if they're looking for a fun game, they might be turned away from this. Now, I did see that there's a YouTube video on here for like easy versus hard, and I try to go in the middle ground, just for the average thing, so this might get a little bit of both sides. But yeah, so that's just kind of a warning to everyone right there.
Buy, rent, or pass.
Yeah, I've been enjoying this game. Sure, there's some parts that make me clench my teeth. It's like, oh brother, this is nonsense. But overall, I'd say this game is a buy. But for anyone who's not experienced a Team Ninja game or a Koei Tecmo game before, then this might be a rent. Give it a try to see, like, are you comfortable with this? Because you will be defeated a lot. So the question is, how much of the grind are you willing to put in? But overall, I'd say it's a buy.
Overall score.
Yeah, so like I said, the game is fun. It's interesting how it's based on historical events. Kind of like, doing the whole Assassin's Creed thing. And I know I brought out Ghost of Tsushima a lot of times. But yeah, so it's kind of a weird comparison. I mean, there have been the whispers and the rumors of the sequel going on, so who knows? And like I said, you'll be defeated a lot, but I guess that's the thing. Like, you go, like, it's basically a test of will, a test of endurance. And the game is a test of timing, because you do have an endurance meter where you can only do so many things before you have to back off or be taken out by a well-timed blow from the enemy. But overall, I'd say that this game, even though it's difficult, I'd say it would be getting a 9.5 out of 10. Yeah, so some people, I guess so it's not a game for everyone, but it does seem like fun. And I enjoyed playing it. I hope you enjoyed playing it too if you decide to give it a shot. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode. Until next time, this has been Test Subject 1337 for Aperture Gaming. So, thank you for watching, and until next time, game on, and have a nice day.